I'm remembering back to when I was about 8 years old. It was a Saturday morning, and I was going shopping with my father to buy a gift for my mother. My dad dressed up in a suit and a tie, his work clothes. I asked him, "Why are you wearing your work clothes on the weekend?" And he said, "I'm buying a special gift for your mother today, and I have to write a big check." Writing a big check is easier when you dress like you have the money. So, has anyone written a check lately? In the olden days, we used to pay for everything with paper, cash, and checks. I did some research. Credit cards were introduced in Canada in 1968 with a $300 limit. That's about $2,700 in 2023 terms. I was shocked to learn that Interact Debit didn't exist before 1994. I can't remember my payments life before debit. I must have paid for everything with cash. I do remember having a checkbook and that reordering checks was free. But now checks are so expensive to reorder that I won't use them. How many payments do you make in a day? I've made 2 payments today already. I took public transit and tapped my Presto card, and I bought a coffee with Apple Pay. The Presto prepaid transit card has been around for 10 years. Changing consumer behavior takes time, and the TTC officially ended token sales in March of this year. Later on in 2023, I'll be able to tap any of my payment cards to get on public transit. And those 2 things feel like important milestones to me from a payments perspective. Apple Pay went mainstream in Canada in 2016 with support from the 5 largest banks. Now, with a contactless limit of $250, consumers can use Apple Pay for a lot. Well, almost anything, actually. So my message for today is that payments are evolving faster than ever before. Payments are increasingly frictionless. We tap the card, we wave the phone, and we can autofill our payment details on a website with a single click of a mouse. Consumers can shop online anytime, for anything, in just about any currency. Is there anything we can't find and pay for online? The internet, coupled with digital payments, have increased reach for online merchants, and now the world is our outlet mall without the parking hassle. A payment is increasingly that invisible thing that happens at the end of a magical experience. A magical experience like curbside grocery pickup, like Uber, like an Amazon Prime delivery. Making a payment used to be a thing, but we don't often think about the payment anymore because we don't need to. These are a few examples of how my payments experiences have changed in my lifetime. Very different experiences from those of my parents. And when I think about my children, they have never known a life without debit, P2P payments, Amazon Prime, Uber Split. They have never, and may never, write a check. I'll say this again. Payments are evolving faster than ever before. Let me tell you why I believe this. A big reason is ISO 20022. This messaging standard allows information about a payment to travel with a payment, what we call data-rich payments. For businesses of all sizes, data-rich payments can support the automation of payment processing and the reduction or even elimination of exceptions. This will increase efficiency and reduce cost. For consumers, I anticipate the introduction of new and enhanced end-user experiences, products, and services. Imagine knowing everything about your transaction. We don't yet fully understand how this standard will be leveraged, but I believe there's a lot of, I don't know how I ever lived without that, kind of innovation that's going to come from data-rich payments. They say that data is the new gold. There are over 1,500 data elements in a PAX 8 message. As an industry, we will figure out how to mine this gold. Another reason why I think payments are evolving faster than ever before is continued technology innovation. APIs are increasingly everywhere, securely connecting and moving information between applications. Cloud-based solutions are becoming more prevalent in our payments ecosystem, providing flexibility and efficiency. We use mobile devices and the biometric authentication and location services that they offer to support simple, strong user authentication, and that provides even more secure payments. Canadians' preferences for digital payments, it's sticking. Canadians love digital payments. Credit, debit, prepaid, in-app, online, contactless, e-commerce, P2P. This is because Canadians have confidence in digital payments, and we are receptive to new payments experiences. I think that bodes very well for payments innovation in Canada. Payments are also evolving faster than ever before at a payment system level. For example, progress is being made in connecting instant payment systems between countries to support real-time cross-border payments. Central bank digital currency activities continue in over 100 countries, including Canada. End users are going to be able to connect and transact in new, fast, and secure ways. As participants in the ecosystem, we must also manage the risks associated with digital payments. We know fraudsters never rest. We know resilience is critical. And we know that payments data must be protected. End users must trust the entire payment process. Chip and PIN, biometric authentication, device authentication, these have all made it much harder for fraudsters to commit payment fraud. It's essential that our industry maintains its focus on making payments even more secure. As you probably know, Payments Canada owns and operates core payments infrastructure. At Payments Canada, we dedicate ourselves to the delivery, operations, and governance of payment systems that are innovative, secure, and globally connected. In 2022, Payments Canada's systems cleared and settled more than $450 billion of payments every business day. That's billion with a B. Our vision is a Canadian payments ecosystem that is resilient, inclusive, and enables fair competition as the foundation of Canada's economy. Every one of us is here today because we believe payments matter. Payments matter because they are essential for the functioning of our economy. Payments enable Canadians to exchange goods and services and to conduct business transactions that keep our economy moving. At Payments Canada, we seek the best outcomes for Canada, the Canadian financial system, and our members, because payments matter. I'd like to recognize Payments Canada's members, the ecosystem that supports us, and the people of Payments Canada. I look forward to working closely with all of you to make payments easier, smarter, and safer for all Canadians. Payments Canada convenes the industry, and we are honored to organize and host the summit. This conference has grown to be Canada's most attended payments and technology conference, and we are very happy to be back in person this year. So let's get this conference started. We have an exciting 2.5 days of amazing content lined up for you. Our speakers and our sponsors, they're the most diverse we've ever seen at the summit, which really demonstrates the growth and depth of the Canadian payments ecosystem. There are about 1,800 registrants at the summit this year, and it is my pleasure to welcome all of you who are here in person and virtually. The summit is your opportunity to learn more about how payments are evolving faster than ever before, to meet the people who are making that happen, to discuss what's coming next in payments and how that will impact us, our organizations, and Canada. Over the next few days, we will discuss, debate, and seek to understand what our future could look like. Our virtual audience can do the same through our live stream offerings. Again, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the summit, and thank you so much for coming.